Good day, grade 5s. Today we are going to be doing whole numbers. Now, whole numbers are very easy, and I'm going to explain all of the concepts again to you guys. Now, first of all, when it comes to whole numbers, like we're going to look at activity 44. I'm going to be explaining things in activity 44. When they ask you, give the set of numbers between, let's say, 10 and 15. Give the whole numbers between 10 and 15. It means that you'll write the following as an answer: 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay, that's how it works. Let's say I ask you, give the set of whole numbers between 236 and 240. You'll write 237, 238, 239, and such forth as your answer. That is what they mean. Give the set of numbers between whole numbers. So they'll give you two numbers and you'll have to give the numbers in between those numbers. Meaning you'll give the ones after that and the ones before your last number, like indicated here. Okay, because see, 240 and 15. 15 is not included here and 240 is not included here. Okay, that's a very simple principle. And I hope you guys do understand that. If you guys don't, please contact me. Okay, then, now, let's again look at what a whole number is. So now, a whole number can be classified as, let's say I've got a 1, 2, 3, 6 here. This is known as a whole number, okay? Meaning that the number is whole, okay? Then, 0 is also known as a whole number. Now, let's get to fractions. A fraction is not a whole number. Any fraction is not a whole number. There is an exception to the rule. Let's say you get a fraction 2 over 2 and they ask you, is this a whole number? 2 over 2 is equal to 1, right? Therefore, it is a whole number, okay? But normally, fractions do not count as whole numbers. So that's very important that you guys know this. And also, the following is also not a whole number. We've worked with decimal numbers now for quite a bit now. So now, any number, let's say for instance like 2,364. Okay, any number with a decimal point is not a whole number. Okay, any number that has a decimal point is not a whole number. Then, okay, there is also number patterns. Let's quickly stop again at number patterns. Now, number patterns, let's say they give you, they give you 146, 148, and then they leave this one open, and they give you 152 here. Now, first of all, how number patterns works is, I'm going to take my bigger one, which is 148, and I'm going to minus it with 146. That should give me a difference of 2. Okay, it should give me a difference of 2. Meaning that to get our number here, we just add 148 plus 2, that gives me 150. Now, very important again for number patterns is that I'm going to write down the rules for a number pattern. First one is minus the bigger number with your smaller number. Okay, first you minus your bigger number with your smaller number. The reason we do this is to find the difference. Okay, then find the difference. You find the difference between numbers. Okay. Now the third step would be to add or subtract your difference, depending on where the number is you need to find. If your number is on a previous one, just before the other one, you have to minus. If they're asking you what the next number is, you have to add. So that is how a number pattern works. So first of all, let's a quick recap. We minus our biggest number. For instance, you'll minus the bigger one of the first two numbers with each other. Then you find the difference. Okay, once you've found the difference, you add or subtract the difference to find the number that is missing or the next number. Okay, I hope this explains it. I will do this over Google Classroom again as well. Now, okay, number 4 asks you do the calculations to complete the diagrams. So they give you a number like 1019, and then you have to plus it with 2, 3, and such forth. That's relatively easy. Then number 4.2, they will give you a number line, and they'll ask you to fill it on. So you're going to say 4,221 minus 20, work out your answer, and then underline it, and then make a dot on the number line for that number for me, please. And then 4.3 is minus. You're going to take the one in the middle and minus it with the numbers on the side for 4.3. So for instance, they'll look like follows. I'm going to use an example of our own. Let's say there's 2,000 here. Then we've got a circle around that. That's 10, that's 20, and that's 30, such forth. Then you have to add it in the circle. Then you'll write your answer here. 210, 220, and 230. Okay, minusing will work the same way as this, except when you're minusing, you're subtracting the number here. You're subtracting the number here from that number, okay? From the number in the middle. And then remember, our rule is add. And then remember, number patterns have a rule, okay? Usually when we look at our number patterns, let's say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Our rule would be to add 2. Because 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 2 is 8, 8 plus 2 is 10. Okay, so remember when they ask you the rule. Okay, and then I hope you all remember what ascending and descending means. Ascending means to write it from smallest to biggest. Descending means to write it from biggest to smallest. Okay, and then let's quickly jump to, okay, and place value. Let's quickly explain this again. So let's say I give you the number 71,260, right? Okay, this is my 10,000s, this is my thousands, this is my hundreds, my tens, my units. Okay, now if I had to write the place value of each, it would be 7 10,000s plus 2 plus 1,000s plus 200s plus 6 tens plus 0 units. Okay. Now when I ask you what is the number value of this number here, it would be, so I'm just going to make like this. So number value would be 200, okay. If they ask you what's the number value of this, you'd write, of the 7, you'd write 70,000, okay. So these are our number values, okay. This is what number value means. Place value means the following: 7 10,000s, 1,000s, 200s, 6 tens, 0 units. This is known as my place value. Okay, so this is place value. This is number value. Or numerical value. So usually they'll ask you in a test, what is the place value of, let's say, this number, and you'll write 200s. Now, and in a test, if they ask you what is the number value of this number, you'll write 60 because it's 6 tens. Okay, now, at number 9, they'll ask you a few word sums. Now, the word sums will work as follows. I'm going to do the first example with you guys so that you can see how it works. Now, how the first example works is the following. Okay, so for instance, Morrison is planning his birthday party. He compares the prices of foods and snacks at a few shops. His favorite chips are chutney flavored, and he finds the following price options. So Frymax. So you've got Frymax, which is 48 times 30 grams, because it's 30 grams a packet. And you've got Simba chips. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I prefer Simba chips over a brand I don't know. For instance, this is 1 times 125 grams. Okay, now the prices are the following. So so Frymax is 30 grams each. And now they ask you how many packets of Frymax chips are needed to make up 1 packet of Simba chips. Now, therefore, we're going to write our information first. Frymax is 30 grams. And then Simba, as we've seen there, is going to be 125 grams. Now, we have to look. Okay, so our limit is 125. So now we're going to have to. So first of all, for myself, I'm going to make it easier for me. Is I'm going to say 5 times 30 grams gives me 150 grams for the Frymax. So it's going to take 5 packets to make up at least 1 packet of Simba chips. Okay, the reason for this is because if I say 4 times 30, it's going to give me 120 grams. Now 120 grams is a bit too small, remember, because 1 packet of Simba is 125 grams. Okay, so you're going to do this via trial and error. So you're first of all going to say, okay, 1 packet is 30 grams, so 2 packets would be 60 grams, 3 packets would be 90 grams. So basically what you're doing is you're saying 30 times 3, 30 times 4, 30 times 5, till you get to a number close to this or above this. Okay, that's how it will work. And yeah, that's basically all that you guys have to do. So for today, you are going to do activity 44, number 1 till 9. And if there are any questions about the work, please contact me and I will explain the work. I'm going to explain this over Google Classroom as well today. Thank you guys very much and enjoy your day.